Caliscon is a show about war, obsession, colonialist occupation, and the many forms of violence those inflict. See the description for content warnings specific to this episode.
Dorian just comes out bleeding out of the cockpit and says, "Can you all just give us like 30 minutes?"
So, but you think your friend could go big mode again?
Yeah, I think he might. Yeah.
You can call me Split Second.
Put them to work.
Could I go to other pizza chains and like intimidate them into giving us money?
Back in the day, you were working on something that could help level the playing field a little bit.
Project Flashbang is a military drug. There is a reason Zero Accountability does not exist any longer. Captain.
His expression just immediately drops again, and there's no way he can keep a straight face anymore. I think Laren just, hears this, and just kind of deflates in his seat, and is silent for several long moments.
We're in the business of killing people, Captain.
Not in the business of killing our own people.
The war goes on.
And then... There's, I think, an uncomfortable while before one of the two of you leaves, and then Laren later sends personnel from the Hummingbird, who are otherwise just loitering around the base anyway, spending an extra personnel outside of the squad's coffers to confirm what Red has said, and it's all true.
I am just imagining a moment, as this report comes in, and Laren is just kind of standing over his desk, looking at his screen, with both hands on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
And just silently reads through the whole thing. And just shakes his head. Mem, I don't know what we do with this.
We don't have to decide today. They found one way to do it. There's gotta be others.
Is there? I mean, everything we saw out there, I was confident before, but now I don't know if we can do it, ma'am.
Now, Laren, we've been through some pretty rough patches, some pretty rough things. Your squad, our squad, we did manage to take down the Noontide Squall. And I believe we can do it again, without losing anybody. I don't want things to be like they were last time.
We were a knife's edge from losing everybody.
But we didn't.
All right, well. We'll table it for now. File it away. Don't let anybody else in the squad know about this. This is bad news.
Understood.
All right, and that can be the scene.
Nice, good scene. So, what do y'all get up to after that? Who's up next?
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
If I was to work on a long-term project, but I still have harm, would that...
Only if it would interface with that. So if you're doing something physical, I'm going to make you have a lessened effect.
I was looking at the recover segment in the book, and it says that if you want to just let the harm recover on its own, take 1 stress and roll 0 dice.
Uh-huh.
Which is interesting, and I think I'm going to do that anyway. I like the idea of Azara not seeking out help for this roughed up and tumbled down, as I wrote.
Mm.
Instead just taking the stress, because my real plan... is I would like to work on a long-term project to figure out where Sebriel lives.
Oh, okay.
And the way I'd like to do that is to interrogate Sycorax.
Ooh, love this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Love this for you.
Would you like some help?
Interesting. Yeah, why not? I think that's fun.
I think Dorian comes in with the idea of like, oh yeah, no, we're just going to figure out how the fuck they get that mech to work.
In the wake of everything with Red, Laren is also interested, perhaps desperately so, in seeing if there's anything else they can learn from Sycorax about Tempestia's juju, and if there's a different way they can deal with it.
So I'll be clear. Jake, the player, is interested in learning more about Tempestia. Azara couldn't care less. He wants to know about Stebriel specifically.
Oh, yeah.
So again, I still think it's interesting to have all of us in that scene because I'm like,
Yeah.
I could see myself pushing against, but I just want to be clear that that's
Do y'all,
my goal.
do y'all fit?
I-
into-
Good question.
It's a table. Sycorax is on one side. It's the four of you all squeezed in on the other side.
Do you have to do the like climb over the table thing from the opening credits of Chainsaw Man?
Just scooch right in here.
I'm into this scene idea. So, all right, is everybody there, or is it just Dorian, Laren, and Zara?
Yeah, I'll get in on this, dude. Why not?
Okay.
I think Laren is just hovering in the
Okay.
back observing at this point.
So, yeah, what is the setup here? Do you all have an interrogation room? That's not like a mechanical thing, so I'm fine for you all just to have that.
I was going to say, is it one of the walk-in freezers?
I do
Yeah,
really
I
like
like
the
the
idea of
walk-in.
it being a walk-in freezer.
Sure.
Or maybe a walk-in cooler. I think a
Yeah.
freezer that would cause some serious long-term damage to our prisoner here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you are a pizzeria, you could threaten to shove someone into a pizza oven.
Of course.
Hey, look.
That's true.
We have a mystery meat on the menu, and no one's quite sure what it is.
Oh, no.
Zara's in a really threatening mood. This
Yeah, I can tell. So Sycorax is there. They are not in their weird, like, Evangelion, weird, like, nerves flight suit, but that's all the image that I have, right? They are this sort of 20s, 30s, black woman, relaxed or straightened hair. They typically would be wearing makeup, but they've been, like, forced into some sort of DFS prisoner slacks and searched. Are they brought into this room, or are they just being held in this room and you all go to it?
I think we're going into the room that they're being held in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then in that case, she is... There's got to be some sort of like bench or bed or something, and she just sits on that as the four of you shuffle inside. Once all four of you are in and the door closes, if there's any silence at all, she just goes, "So you're going to kill me now or what?"
Not yet. Look. Do you smoke?
Wouldn't touch the stuff.
Look over at Laren. I have a cigarette.
Dorian goes to turn on the vents inside the
Kicks
cooler.
on the vents.
Laren looks uncertainly around at the very tiny fridge that they are all currently occupying.
Okay, look. I'll ask you some questions. They all gesturing at the rest of them. They all might ask you some questions, but I don't really care about you, and that should honestly be kind of a benefit. I don't really care about you one way or another. I have strong feelings about you, to be clear. Talk to me a little bit about what's the hierarchy with you all. It's a little unclear to me.
What do I get if I answer any of your questions? What's in it for
Good
me?
question.
If you're not here to kill me, why should I say a single word?
I mean, maybe we'll just kill you.
All right. No takers?
Is that a chance you're willing to risk for your boss?
Look, you kill me, or
Mhm.
I get out, and somebody else does. But I'm as good as dead at this point.
Oh, wait, so you think they're gonna kill you?
Sure, yeah. I'd kill me too if I got caught, to be clear.
What do you mean by that?
Shouldn't have said anything.
No, come on. I think you're trying to insult us, frankly. You got caught by a bunch of, let's be clear, dopes. I'll count myself included in that. So clearly, what do you think they'll look down on you because you got captured by us?
Doesn't matter by who. Failure is unacceptable. I'll tell you this just so that we're clear. I'm dead either way. If you can make this comfortable for me, this state that I'm in until I'm dead, then sure, maybe I answer you some questions that aren't too crucial. But otherwise, I'm not telling you a thing.
You don't like your makeshift room in here? At least it's sort of air conditioned.
She just, like, stares at you, like, trying to see how in your head this is okay.
I think I would, turn around and I would consult the other three and
You huddle up?
Quick huddle.
I honestly do think I would sort of turn around again. Azara is really not in the right headspace to like do this like well, but turn around and say, "Oh, can we offer her anything?
Pizza.
That's worse than killing her."
There we go then. Eat this pizza until you talk.
No, we've been making great strides. It actually
I've
tastes
been
pretty
improving
good
the recipe
now.
quite a lot. I've added some garlic salt to the dough. Works out great.
Did you get those peas
But-
on it?
I think Azara would snap and say, "Shut the I'm sorry. Please."
But like, actual answer here.
Yeah.
We could negotiate for her to get a ship off planet.
Can we?
Offer her a way out.
We can offer it.
We can offer it. Doesn't mean we have to go through with it.
Captain?
Give it a shot. See what happens. If I can, I will do everything I can to make sure that.
I know you've been spending some time with Red. I don't want you to immediately burn all of your goodwill by shipping this person off planet, but we can at least
To
try.
be clear, we don't have to follow through.
Yeah, I know.
We literally kill people for
This
a
like
living.
4 feet away.
Yeah, she's hearing all of this, to be clear. Y'all didn't go outside.
Yeah.
I will do what I can to make sure that we actually go through with that deal. If she
All right.
cooperates. I don't know if this is something Laren would know. Is Sycorax actually from the old days along
No,
with...
she's much too young.
Okay.
I figure that everybody in Tempestia squad is, apart from Tempestia.
Then I figure that Red probably doesn't care as much, or Laren figures that. He could be wrong.
Right. I think what this is, because I think we could have cross-talk and you all huddling up for a while. I think what should happen here is Azara gives me a sway.
Yeah.
And this is how well can you sell that you can actually do this, that you can get her out of here.
Can I pitch something slightly different, which is to ask the three of them to leave for a second and give her my word that I personally will make this happen?
Are you looking to roll something else?
I still think it's sway.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Maybe it's not sway, maybe it's consort. Because I'm going to be telling that, I will legitimately offer her. I will do everything in my power to make it happen.
I don't think that there's a world where it turns into consort.
Okay, fair
because
enough.
it is about convincing her of a thing. So I think it's sway either way. So I think...
Cool.
Give me a 1d6 and let's see what happens here. To be clear, I'm going to start... This is not a squad long-term project. This one is just for ye old infiltrator Azara Sky, the
That's
ghost. Right. This is an 8-step long-term project. This is find out where Sebriel sleeps. Give me that 1 die, please.
Tough cookie.
You get 1 tick.
That feels appropriate.
In this clock.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you did that. Let's say that you got everybody else to leave the room for a second. So it was just you and her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "You just don't get it. It's not that Tempestia would order anybody to kill me. It's their devotion to her. It's our devotion to her. If I could, I'd already be dead."
Okay. Putting aside your weird cultiness thing here for a second, now that they're gone, I don't care about Tempestia. It's Sebriel I care about.
Well, those are basically the same thing, aren't they?
Azara sort of raises his eyebrows a little bit and cocks his head in the way I just did in real life. Huh.
She's like trying to stare through you.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "What do you know about Sebriel?"
I know he's a bastard.
Ha! That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I know he took my home from me.
He does that. I'm sorry.
So what, you're gonna... You think he's a bastard, you know he takes people's homes from them, and you're still protecting him because you're in some weird cult?
Sebriel is Tempestia's right-hand man. Where she goes, he goes. Sometimes she sends him out on solo trips, but in general they're locked at the waist. The rumor goes that she's grooming him to take on the mantle that she's looking to put down. If you want to find Sebriel, you have to find Tempestia. And no, I'm not going to tell you where they are. Torture me if you like. We've been trained to resist that. Or just kill me. That's fine too. I'm happy to talk to you about what they're like as people. Or about, I don't know, the weather, your favorite music. I don't care. But I'm not going to tell you about that.
Azara sort of grits his teeth, walks out of the room, and to the other three just says, "All right, I'm done," and walks away.
Who's up next?
I think I'm just going to train.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to train in insight so I can maybe get some engineering at some point. And I think what that looks like is hanging out with Split Second. And
Oh my god.
yeah, we're gonna be buddies. They're gonna
Swing on the swings, riding on their
show me a little bit
shoulders.
what they got. Yeah, I don't try to make small talk while they're doing that as well.
They're really bored now because they're done fixing all your mechs, and nobody will let them at the Hummingbird yet. I think that there's like 2 of the Hummingbird's crew that are just having to like hold them back from the Hummingbird when you find them. They're so desperate to fix this mech. When you show up, they're like, "Did they get your name?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Topo, do you know anything that needs fixing? These nameless stooges will not let me out this hobby.
You know, it doesn't need fixing, but I know something that you might love taking a look at.
Oh,
What was the name of Sycorax's mech?
The Screech Owl.
Have you heard of the Screech Owl?
yes, it was attacking the facility in which I was stationed.
Would you like to take a look at it?
Obviously, please lead the way now.
Right to the point. Yeah, I'll show them. Do we have anyone like watching it? I assume.
Probably.
Yeah,
But you have rank over them. They're like grunts.
that's true.
What do you think Topo's rank is? We have a captain.
I don't know that Topo has a rank.
Topo might be like a non-something officer or whatever it's called.
Non-commissioned officer.
Non-commissioned officer. Yeah.
NCO.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you might have like a technical role of like, or a technical rank of like ensign or something.
But you're a
Right.
scout.
Yeah, that's true. And then I think just it's scout, right? Like Scout Topo.
Yeah.
We've been told by Antonia to guard the Screech Owl and the possum.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know who is gracing us with their presence, but this is Split Second,
Yes, I'm Split Second. Hi.
distinguished engineer, and I think we may be able to learn something about this unique Avi if they were to take a look at it.
They're really tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, if you're approving it, sure. This like shuffles away awkwardly.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any mechanical thing I could do here, but I'm
No.
tickled by getting them a gander at it. But not like pulling it apart and looking at the inside, but just kind of like check this out.
Yeah, totally. You get to mark 2 to insight because you have this training thing.
Yeah.
Their name is Split Second.
Their
Their
name
name
is
is Split Second.
I'm just saying they're not a training thing. They're a person.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah.
What's their reaction to this?
Oh, they're loving it. Ba 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 ba.
That's what Split Second says.
I'm loving this.
Did you say lumming?
Loving is one step above loving, nameless grunt.
It's combined thumb and loving.
Have you not unlocked loving yet? Pathetic.
I want to go home.
Unfortunately, you cannot.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're very into this. They're particularly into the sort of like modular design of these drones and how they can like fit together in this way that like they can be uncombined, like recombined and like broken apart and then recombined to other shapes. They're very into this.
Nice. If we have personnel to burn, maybe we could start a long-term project with that.
Totally.
Oh, baby, do we.
Let's get these last 2 free ones out of the way and then we can return to that idea.
Yeah.
Laren or Dorian, what is up with you two?
It is time. It is finally time to fix the Hummingbird.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you have the level 3 damage impaled.
Yup.
Also, I love that you all have so much stress and nobody's done anything about that
I was
so far.
just looking at everybody's stress.
Yep.
You're so stressed. Except for, of course, Azara.
I'm fine.
You know, I was gonna get to it. I had all of my nice actions for this session all laid out and exactly what I wanted to do, and then Red made me commit extra and double down.
Fair.
Ain't that the way it goes?
Just take more stress.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You're right. Topo somehow is, like, incredibly unstressed.
I'm cool, man.
I mean, your mech got fucked up, but you were pretty chill otherwise.
That happens.
Okay, this impaled hummingbird. I think that this is Laren walking up to Topo after having been kicked out of the room by Azara, right? Topo in Split Second.
Mm-hmm.
Split Second is, like, happily, like, grabbing 4 of these different little mirror shard drones that are very sharp, by the way. Like, you shouldn't be just grabbing these without gloves, but they are. And, like, fitting them together in various ways and, like, taking them apart like it's Lego pieces.
Nice.
How does Laren approach this?
Topo, you don't mind if I borrow the Maestro for a minute or two, do you? Or, more a few hours, but, you know.
Yeah, they're here to do just do a job. Yeah, I'll catch up with you later.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Topo. This was great.
Thank you, Split Second.
Laren.
Yep, that would be me, yes.
Yes, okay. Is yours the RV that is impaled?
Yeah, that'd be the one.
And its name?
It's called the Hummingbird.
That's a good name. Too bad about it being impaled, though. Can I fix it, please?
Yes, please, be my guest.
Thank you, finally, jeez. Alright, you two get out of the way, thanks, bye!
Give me a 3d6, please.
And another 6. Okay, there we go.
They're good at what they do. You already had a tick in it, so it already goes down from a level 3 to a level 2. I think this is a level 2 damage weakened. The holes that were there because it was impaled have been sealed up, but, like, those parts of the AV are still, like, not as structurally sound as they should be.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So notably, you're not at minus 1d right now. You could just sit on that.
So the clock is filled. I forget, does it roll over or does it just start at 0 again?
Oh, so you were at 1 and then you just gained 3, so it just rolled over to 0. Otherwise, it would roll over.
Right, okay.
So do you want to do that again or spend some material? Everybody else spent at least 1 more material, so you could.
Yeah, we could. I don't know if we're going to get all the way to fixing it again, but
probably not.
might as well
You'd have to
try.
It twice? Yeah, okay. Yeah, give me another 3d6. Let's see how this goes.
Well, it's another 6. I'll take it.
So that was getting you down to 3 material. If you spend 1 more material here, it's for sure done.
How do folks feel about that?
I would say go for it.
You'd be down to level 1 damage, which...
Yeah, I would say we're starting to reach the end of the material.
Yeah.
So is there anything that people feel they still really need it for?
Nah.
I don't think so. In my opinion, worst case scenario, next mission, we steal another mech and we salvage it.
Awesome idea. In fact, you still have the material that you could spend to then salvage to get more material.
In fact.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can spend 1 more material then. That's going to clear it entirely, or it's going to send it down to tier 1?
To tier 1. So it'd be a level 1 damage. But that gives you 5 ticks in it, which means that you're 1 rolled over.
Okay.
So the level 1 is, I think, just it's level 1 damage soft underbelly.
Ooh, I love that.
After, like, a few hours of work and, like, welding and, like, a whole bunch of other things and a whole bunch of noises you're not quite sure what they were from inside, Split Second comes out and was like,
You fucked that thing up, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say that I was the one to personally do that.
Captain Laren, were you piloting the RV Hummingbird?
Well, actually, no. My pilot's name is Gustav. I just sit in the captain's chair.
Well then Gustav fucked up.
Well, don't blame him too much.
I will, but that's fine. I don't need to speak to Gustav. Anyway, I'm gonna go look at the mirror mech again. Goodbye.
Yeah, alright. You, have a good one, I guess.
Thank you, I will.
Dorian, you still have a free activity.
You know, I was debating on cutting loose, but honestly, I think my new priority is trying to flip Skyrix.
Ooh.
It's Sycorax, but yeah.
Sycorax, wow. But yeah, I think I might try to flip Sycorax instead. Or... That's
a choice.
Yeah.
12-step clock.
12-step clock. Or do I make a proxy? Like, try to figure out how to make a proxy so I can have it auto-respond to my mom's messages and calls.
Oh, that's really good.
The duality of those two statements is just so funny.
They're very good.
Mem would assist with that.
The proxy one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do that one then.
Okay, long-term project. I think this is just a 4-step if all it has to do is basically be an answering machine, like an intelligent answering machine, basically. Because it's pretending to be Dorian, right? That's the idea?
Yeah.
But
basically.
But it's just basically to be like, to get your moms off the line as quickly as possible. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think that's just a 4-step.
Can I spend another personnel to get another dice?
Oh, you always can, yeah. But this is just a long-term project, so you just tell me what you're doing to do this, right?
Yeah. So Dorian knows absolutely fuck all about coding and app design.
Yep, fair.
Everyone on the crew knows about MIM for the most part, like all the pilots do at least.
Yes, I think that's been established. Laren, Alex, you can correct me.
So I think it's just like pulling up MIM on a computer and saying, Mem, I need to figure out how to kind of make sure my parents know I am okay without them knowing what I'm doing. And I was thinking about making one of them fancy little apps that like auto-respond and like course correct as things go.
Oh, yes, an autoresponder, of course.
Just something to keep them busy so I'm not answering in the middle of the shit.
Yeah.
You know? Can you bring up a guide on how to do that? And also, can you tell me how to do that?
Have you gotten approval from Laren for this?
Pokes head out onto the hallway. Captain?
Yeah?
You okay if I make a bot to answer to my mom's?
Make a what? I think it's like, there's like a 10-second pause, and then Laren like comes trundling over and like marches into Dorian's room and is like, okay, hold on. We gotta talk through this. What is going on here?
Well, you know how I was running like hell back to the hummingbird, and then I also had to like use a mobility suite to help keep the hummingbird in the air while also holding the screeching owl and that whole bullshit?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
One of my moms called during that time, and I had to answer her while we were getting shot at.
Alright.
So, she definitely heard that.
Yeah.
I was wanting to make like you've seen like the proxies or apps, you know, whenever something pops up, they take care of it for you so you don't have to worry about it and you can jump back to it later. I need something to do that, especially while we're in the heat of it.
Is this the first time Laren is finding out that you took a call from your mom in the middle of a fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Just asking.
Okay. Well, I can see why you would want to develop something like that. Yeah. You know, Mem, you can help him out with that, but I want you two to keep me roped in on this whole situation, okay?
You got it, Laren.
Thank you, Captain.
Now, you said you wanted a proxy, but I think what you want is an ad. Or an app.
An ad?
An app.
An app?
Oh, you should repurpose this into a pizza autoresponder.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess an app would work, but can an app talk in my voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Laren will let them work.
Right.
But he will probably want to say something to Dorian after it's done.
Sure.
All right. So that's 2d6 I am rolling.
Yeah, well, because I think what this is this is actually a consort.
Oh.
So you have one for consort, and then you can spend personnel to gain another die if you want.
Yeah. I think I'll do that just to add on another.
Okay, so I think you're at 2 dice then, because you had one from consort and then one from personnel.
Okay. Is Mim helping out counting as an assist from Laren?
Sure, we can have that be... Yeah, you can take 3 dice.
It could go either way, because Mem is technically a cohort.
True.
A specialist cohort.
That's true.
So, like, she has stats that can be used.
It'd be the tier 2. You could be using Mem, that'd be tier 2, and then you'd be using the personnel to get to 3. Or it is the consort plus the personnel, plus a help. So either way, it's 3.
Okay.
That's a 6. So that
I
is
love the 6.
1 step away from done.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way to boost
My
it?
code won't compile.
You could use a personnel to finish this off. You're at 6 right now, if people are okay with that.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
big
fine
question.
with that.
Are people okay with it? Y'all are fine with that?
You can only store 4, right?
Yeah, we can only store 4. I don't know if other people have projects they want to do, but yeah, I'll push it up to a 4 and have a mom
I'm going to
machine.
use one of those to cut loose.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be enough left over.
Okay.
I'm okay getting a scar next session.
Join the
Love
Scar
to do
Club.
that.
It's fun.
You get a scar right now.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Why wait till the next session?
I think what happens here is this is just a lot of Mem recording dialogue with Dorian. The reason why I was going to have it be a consort is I think that Mem just is like, has a long conversation with Dorian. And then they're doing the like TF2 splicing the audio from that conversation to have this like autoresponder speak in your voice, even though it's just an app. It's like not conscious at all, right? That's why it was a 4-step. But it works as long as they leave the conversation soon enough.
Oh, I can't wait for that to come up later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. The mom's call and it gets stuck on a loop.
So anyway, love you, moms.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Easter, Xbox.
I have to go to the hospital. Goodbye!
So, you are now entirely out of free actions.
Lara did say that he wanted to mention something, or talk to Dorian once it was done.
Totally. Yeah, please.
And I imagine that, like, you know, like, the two of them and Mem are, like, you know, all sitting over this, like, finally completed, app, watching it work away. And just, like, spit random lines, and just doing that in the background the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was pretty quick and good work, gotta say. I don't think I've ever seen one of these get whipped up in just like an afternoon before like that.
Hi there, you've reached Dorian.
I think it's doing a pretty good job. It'll last long enough.
Yeah,
Try to make it sound like we're busy.
Anyway, gotta go.
Well, I think it could accomplish that much, but look, Dorian, you do what you want to do with this, but you sure this is really how you want to handle this?
I mean, it'd be kind of hard to tell him, yes, I'm in an active war zone right now, getting shot at, and I almost got myself killed fighting what could possibly be one of the more quiet jobs that I can't tell them anything about. Hell, if I say anything, it's court-martialed.
Well, yeah, no, you can't say anything about zero accountability. You probably shouldn't tell your moms that you're literally fighting a legendary hero of the Empire. But I mean, it's your life to live. You know, you run it how you want to, but it's a lot easier, I think. Well, how do I put this? Hiding stuff like that gets to be a lot of work, you know, Dorian. Probably be a lot easier, you know, not trying to convince your parents that you're perfectly safe. Might be easier to explain to them that, in fact, you are in danger, but you're strong enough to get through it.
Boss, with all kindness, if my moms found out I was in danger, they'd be on their first flight here with their rifles in hand. There's a reason why whenever they go into town, folks are very kind to them. And it's not because they're very sweet and given to hospitality.
As your superior and the first person they'd be pointing those guns at, I'm now terrified. But,
Good response.
I do, well, just think about it, alright? And, Dorian, I don't think this whole pizza thing's gonna be forever. This isn't exactly a long-term op. I think there's a time, hopefully soon, God, I hope it's soon, where, maybe that conversation will get a lot easier for you.
Captain, if I can be honest, I hope so too, but I think right now, if I know they're going to call me at any moment, that's going to put me more of a panic. And panic gets you killed.
Yeah, that is true.
I'd rather lie to them for the moment than tell the truth and have them worried every second.
Well, I get it. I said my piece. But, hopefully, you know, in the future, it we'll both be in a bit more honest of a line of work, and, it'll still be danger, but it'd be a lot easier to explain.
I think Dorian looks up at Laren and says, Laren, do you think after the job they would honestly let us leave it? Like, directly at your eyes.
I think they have to. It's not the kind of job you can work forever.
Alright. I trust you, Captain.
I don't know. Maybe we end up holed away doing some sort of intelligence job, stuck behind a desk or something. Maybe all this, we get wrapped up in red tape. But this, we've made a real good go of it so far, but this kind of thing, this isn't going to last forever. Can't last forever. It's impossible. Someday, somebody's going to figure it out. Whole thing's held together with duct tape.
So, you all are sitting on 5 personnel and 2 material. I believe that, Alex, you mentioned you would like to use some of that to cut loose.
Yes.
Okay. If there's no objections, I think we can go ahead and spend a personnel for that.
Hit it.
Who are you cutting loose with?
Topo!
Oh,
Hey.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yeah, I think the way this starts is at some point, after all of the other chaos that has been happening, Laren approaches Topo and just kind of like pulls him aside in the middle of the workshop.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's like, look, Topo, I'm going to level with you here real quick. I know that last mission was a little rough, and quite frankly, it's my opinion that if you weren't there, most of the rest of us would probably be dead right now. So, I give you a reward for that. Name something, and I will do my best to make it happen.
Hire split second.
Good.
Hire, split.
Did you see what they did to
All
our
right.
mechs?
Yeah. I will do my best to do that. Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Dorian comes around the corner. Yeah, hire split second. They seem like a really cool person, but also too many thumbs.
I had just enough thumbs.
Just enough thumbs.
They're all so wiggly.
Yeah.
Some of them have lasers in them.
Cool to get to know them better anyway.
Okay. Well, you know what? How about... Oh god, this is about to be the worst suggestion. For this cut loose, Laren is going to suggest, alright, well, how about we get a head start on that? And we bring Split Second out on a night on the town. How about that?
God.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good idea or the best idea?
Yeah, it's one of those. Anyway, so this Topo, you have one belief with Topo. Can you quick, Laren, give me your Topo belief?
So my Topo belief is, if there's anyone I can depend on to get the job done, it's probably Topo. And I think so far that has, with this scene that has come through.
True. So let's give me a 1d6, and then I need somebody to tell me what the 3 of you get up to.
Split Second would insist on going somewhere with EDM, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you ask, Split Second will have suggestions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Those 3 warehouses with shows tonight.
Show us the local nightlife.
So you heal 5 stress. Okay.
Oh my god. Somehow this actually is not a total nightmare.
So here's what I think happens. You can tell me what you think about this. I think that Split Second takes over planning the evening.
Yes.
And they bring up their calendars and they figure out a way that you can hit 4 different house shows this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh my god.
This is like, I hate to reference this, I'm so sorry, but BBC's Sherlock. When Sherlock attempts to have him and John go to every pub or whatever near where they solved a case. It's that, but this is type A personality Split Second being like,
Alright, you are allowed to have one shot at this venue within the next 15 minutes. Choose wisely.
Jesus.
Each of these places has people with the same dimensions as Split Second, but you never have an opportunity to investigate any further.
But like different proportion. Like they're still very tall, but like some of them have very long legs and very short arms.
They've just taken off of the doors.
Is there just like a self-modification community that has like embedded itself in the EDM scene at Kaliskan?
Yeah.
It's very possible. They disappear regularly, which shouldn't be possible in some cases because they're 9 feet tall. But they somehow managed to do it, just leaving you and Topo by yourself with very loud house music happening. What are those conversations like when it's just Laren and Topo alone?
Ooh. See, I didn't think this far in my plan.
It doesn't need to be a conversation, right? So what it could be is just like, this is Laren learning to like, just silently vibe with Topo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Laren would make at least a little bit of an attempt at conversation. I guess during, like, the actual music itself, it can be learning to silently vibe and enjoy the music, and our mandated solitary shot per show. You know that kind of like the quiet moment when you are outside the venue after the show?
Mm-hmm.
I think he tries to have the conversation then. Does Laren know anything about Topo's the like former program they were in, or
yeah, I think it's not secret. Topo
is that like a thing that's like included in their file?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're totally willing to talk about it. It's just not like they don't bring it up for funds.
I think Laren tries to start from a slightly more innocuous angle, where he's like, so that bank guy that we ran into, you know him?
Yeah, I could have wound up like that. I think I'm glad I didn't, but it was impressive.
I mean, it was definitely surprising. Wait, you could have ended up like, what did they, I mean, I don't even understand how you get somebody to do that.
Neither do I. I just know that they, I got my share of pokes and prods. Maybe I just wasn't built for it.
That's I don't know, that's a funny turn of phrase to describe it. You know, looking at Bank, it's almost kind of like they were building people.
Well, I don't know about people.
Fair point.
Yeah, and maybe I was on the slate for something, but got out before they could pull whatever trigger that was.
Was Bank, I don't know, maybe this is a bit of a personal question, but was Bank always like that? You know, the whole transformation stuff that changes personality or anything?
Oh no, he was just another thug. Just muscle.
Oh, well. That's one bullet dodge, I suppose. Could be a lot worse if, you lose yourself in addition to all that other stuff.
Yeah, no, he's same old Bank, just a little bit more so.
Okay, so you were having some sort of heart-to-heart conversation, so I didn't want to interrupt, but we're 2 minutes late, so we're going to have to run now. Grab my arms.
All right, let's go.
Oh, those thumbs feel really even worse when they're touching you. Okay.
The split-second Naruto run.
Yeah, of course
nice.
they do.
Oh,
This is the most aerodynamic way to run, actually.
I'm gonna pass
They
out.
can't catch us all.
I think at the end of the 2 minutes, Laren is panting and wheezing and ready to fall over.
Keep up, Captain. Let's go.
Yeah, Topo's fine.
I don't think I can do that aerodynamic stuff you're talking about. Just give me a second.
Okay, I think that's seen. Laren, you get a new Topo belief. So let us know when you have that. You are now at 4 personnel, 2 material. So you could safely store all of that, but if anybody has a particular thing they would like to do before the end here.
Yeah, I would like to also, if everyone's cool with it, spend 1 more cut loose to have a scene with Azara.
Nice.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Where does Dorian find Azara? Because I imagine this is right when Laren and Topo both leave with Split Second.
Ooh,
like, they're gone for the night, essentially.
Good question. In the previous downtime, I had indicated that Azara likes to go up on the roof and drink beers.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's up there now, but he only has one beer. And he is, like, looking through old family pictures. Like pictures of him and his family, like when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And is in his feelings.
Damn. Dorian comes up and says, "Hey, Azara."
Yeah.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah. Sure. Shit. I only took like 2 sips of this.
No, that's fine.
Are you old enough to? It doesn't matter.
Yes, I'm older. The fuck?
I don't know.
God damn. You know, the beer. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Last mission. We're supposed to go after the Screech Owl, right? And then, you know, if Tempestia happened to show up in the Noontime Squirrel, we're supposed to immediately all focus fire on that, right? Why'd you go after the Angel?
Well, it seemed like a big threat. And you can't just fight one thing, you have to fight multiple things.
All right. Well, let's put it this way. If you had helped me and the captain take down the Noontime Squirrel, we could have immediately turned around and all ganged up on that Angel, but instead I basically got dented and almost ran through because of that fucker. What is your deal?
Are you... I'm sorry. Are you accusing me of... Like, we're all in this shit together, Dorian.
Are we? Because it sure fucking felt like I was out there by myself with maybe a support from a fucking ship.
What do you want me to say?
Do you have my back?
Yeah, Dorian, I have your back. I don't know how new you are to all of this. It's sort of like gestures at nothing in particular. But, you know... Stuff sticks with you, and I mean, I have your back, but I can't. I'm not gonna say that I won't go after the Angel or anybody else that's in the way, for that matter. It just so happens that the Angel was there. Where are you from? No, seriously, for real. Where are you from, Dorian?
From quickly looking up my notes. Ah, shit.
From
I'm from Tallahassee.
I'm from Space, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a small farming community, you know? I'm from off-system. I come from like a small planet, and I'm assigned here.
And I assume your moms are back there, right? They're you have a home to go back to if you needed to.
I mean, I hope so. That's gonna be where I go probably if I make it out.
Okay. Put yourself in the situation that I find myself in, which is that your home, the planet you're from, your moms, they're not here anymore. And someone took them from you. Would you not want to make them pay?
Absolutely, but is that why you went after the Angel?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I lost a lot of people, and it's not the Angel, it's the person inside the Angel, but yeah, they're responsible. So I guess what I'm saying is, I have your back, but I can do 2 things at once.
Alright. Then why didn't you say anything about it? I would have immediately flipped around and decked that motherfucker.
Because some of us aren't as open with our emotions as you, Dorian.
Does being open with your emotions and then recognizing when to ask for help. You saw how those things moved. They knew exactly what we were going to do before we even thought of it.
I mean, I didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me. Do you want an apology? I'm sorry that you got your Avi got fucked up. So did mine. So did Topo's. We all got fucked up.
Dorian just kind of takes a deep breath and says, well, let's think of it this way. All of our mechs got fucked up. I agree. We didn't know what we were going into. But we work better together as a unit when we all have a general plan and we all talk to each other. If I was back in my hometown and I was about to get roughed up by some folks, if I told my friends, they'd have my back, and we might not get into a fight with them, but they wouldn't be coming around anymore. Or maybe we'd have a tussle, some people come out with some bruises, and, maybe a knife would flash out, maybe a gunshot be fired, but at the end of the day, we'd all get home, because we got in the shit together. I feel like we got lucky this time.
This isn't a farming community tussle. We're in a war. And we need to make decisions, and I made a decision, and yeah, maybe it costs some people some stuff. I can't change it.
But you can learn from it, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Alright. Fuck, they told me I was never good at talking. Just think about it. Jumps off the roof.
What?
Well, like, safely.
Well, bye.
Okay, so it's like a small, like a Pizza Hut sized thing.
Yeah.
That's still like 20 feet up or something, buddy. It's like 15, 16 at the absolute
It's like
least.
a couple of stories.
Aim for the bushes.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll.
There goes my hero.
I actually didn't realize how tall this building was.
I would imagine to let it so that Dorian just jump off this roof and break his legs.
No.
Which is funny. I imagine there's like a drain pipe you can sort of slide down.
Push me off.
Okay, how about this? What if when y'all moved in and like overnight constructed this thing, Antonia also put like some young-ish trees in the front? And what Dorian has done is he's jumped off the roof and just like jumped onto these like maybe 10 feet tall trees and just like shuffles down like a farm boy.
Well, we can also just rewind it and say I took the ladder back down.
I mean,
You could, but I really like you jumping.
yeah. I also think Azara, that when that happens, Azara would be like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, it's a really efficient way to get the last word.
Yep.
That's the real reason to do it.
Well,
Okay.
if there's anything that Dorian is foolish, so yeah, I'll jump off and land in the trees.
Thank you.
Roll an ankle.
So funny.
Finally. You're like, ow! I'm still right!
He got mad at me for calling him a kid.
Okay, so you're at 3 personnel, 2 materiel. You never actually rolled that, Dorian.
So
Okay,
funny.
sorry. Give me a 1D. Sorry, first. I got so distracted by you jumping off the roof. First, Cole, can you tell me Dorian's belief about Azara?
Azara is hiding something from us.
Uh-huh. And then, can you give me a 1D6?
Oh, well, that's half.
Yeah, 3 is not bad. That's about right. That was not a relaxing conversation.
I wanted you to roll a 6 and overindulge.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
God, that'd be
I
good.
actually had like perfect 6. I
Yeah.
could not, fortunately.
Oh.
Instead of going AWOL, he actually breaks his legs jumping down and has to skip the next mission.
So, we are now at 3 personnel, 2 materiel. Anybody want to do anything else before we call it?
Do we want to start a side project to figure out some stuff with those mirror drones?
Yeah, we gotta get split second.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start yet another long-term project.
I really enjoy the fact that you all got these 2 new mechs. Like, got a busted mech, got this other mech, completely are ignoring it, and are now laser focused on this 9-foot tall NB weirdo.
Well, Laren gave his word, so he's gonna make sure it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I'm going to be respectful of the fiction. I think this is just a 6-step project.
Nice.
And I think it's because you let Split Second see a whole bunch of cool shit. And, like, this is the things that they like.
A lot better than Jacob's Junkers, that's for sure.
Yeah. Or maybe. We don't know what's behind that wall.
You don't.
No one does.
But they were both.
But I bet Split Second does.
No,
That's
they
fascinating.
blindfold them before they put them back there.
while they're working.
Yeah, Split Second has been able to just work blindfolded this
Oh,
entire time.
I thought that was just a room where they keep Split Second.
Brendan, that is a massive... I'm going to go back to it real quick.
Yeah, they're tall.
Yeah, they're so tall that you need half a warehouse to hold them.
They got needs.
This is the secret that Jacob Junkers has been hiding, is an army of split seconds.
No, God, they're too powerful.
Split seconds gotta do hoops, man.
Damn,
You gotta have a big enough warehouse so they can do that.
Yeah.
Why was Split Second fixing mechs? Boy, they needed you on the court. Split Second was tall as hell.
Damn, Split Second. You play ball in college? You play a little ball?
Ball is life.
I like two things, fast music and b-ball.
Okay, so Split Second here represented in my very quick and dirty Photoshop, kit bashing, a helmet that I will not explain where that's from, see if you can guess, and then a children's doctor's Halloween costume. What is the first step on this 6-step project to hire Split Second as a cohort?
Well, we're already using... Ooh, actually, maybe this isn't a good idea, but I'll finish voicing it. It's probably a terrible idea. I was going to say, we're already spending personnel on this. And Jacob Junkers kind of likes us. So what if we just, proposed a personnel transfer? Yeah, it's like a trade.
Interesting.
Which might be a terrible idea, because we're trading people that know state secrets, but...
Yeah, but Bella likes y'all.
You know.
True. Come on, Bella. Come on.
Come on. What's a little state secrets between friends?
I know how creepy you think Split Second is. Let's be real.
No, everybody loves Split Second
That's
for
true.
some reason.
Yeah.
They're the most rude character, and yet everyone loves them.
They're real.
They're so real for that.
Yeah, they'd never be us.
Okay, so this sounds like a consort from Laren.
Yeah,
Is
that works
true?
for me.
Is that what's
Yeah.
happening here?
Yeah.
So that's at 1 die.
Would anybody like to help me in this effort? I don't know, maybe Topo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure, yeah. For downtime activities, is that just when you're nearby, right? Or is that you have to still mark stress? I think it's just you're just hanging out, right? How does this helping work?
Helping cause no stress for the character assisting.
That's what I thought during downtime. Right. Cool. Okay, so this is working a long-term project. This is Laren and Topo after their night, maybe a little bit later. I feel like Topo doesn't get hungover. Is that true?
No, yeah.
They are just bizarrely fine the next day, and Laren is just wolfing down a greasy burger.
Maybe they did do something. I don't know.
Who knows? And so you go back to this warehouse and you talk it over. You meet with Belladonna in the front of the warehouse. What's the pitch? Is it just, all right, Belladonna Rosebloom, we really like your weird 9-foot-tall engineer freak. Please, can we have them?
I think Laren lays out the bullet points like this. Bullet point 1, you clearly need security. Bullet point 2, we clearly need a better technician. And we've both proven that we can provide what we need to the other side, to the other party.
Totally.
So we'll send you security if you send us Split Second.
Okay. That sounds like a roll to me. Give me a 2d6.
Oh.
Oof. So that is 1.
Wow.
And I think that the way that Belladonna counters you here, and the reason why this is like a dead end. Belladonna says, yeah, okay, we'll give you Split Second. But then we want Topo.
I want to stay with Split Second, though.
Yeah, I can see why that would break down very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. 2 personnel, 2 materiel. You're spending to 0, or are you keeping a little bit extra? What's the plan, gang?
I think it doesn't have to be now, but whenever actions are done, I think Red will stop by the facility before he leaves.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to do? You have these 2 mechs that are hanging around. You could try to salvage this possum, etc. Salvaging the possum would cost you a material to try, but then you would probably get more material out of it.
Ooh, actually, the major thought about this is, can we use Split Second to salvage?
Oh, that's a great question. I think you could, right?
Because if we can, we absolutely should be doing this right now.
Right now, yeah. True. Yeah, you would roll engineer.
Now, does Split Second have a different opinion about taking apart an Avi?
No. Well, okay. Who goes up and talks to Split Second about taking apart the possum?
I think Topo is our Split Second emissary.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Hello, Topo.
Hello. Do you have time to pull apart this mech that we got? We just need to. It's not really any use to us, and we could use the spare parts.
Which of the Avis would you like me to pull apart?
The possum, I think it was.
Ugh,
I know, right?
barely an Avi.
That's what I'm saying.
Disgusting. I would love to destroy this thing.
Go for it. Save the good bits for us, though, but take care of the rest any way you like.
Obviously, we'll make a much better Avi out of these, or improve one of your not-so-good Avis into a better Avi.
Obviously, yes.
Uh-huh. Humor.
Oh, yeah, okay, great. Ha ha ha. Yep, good job.
Topo, give me a 3d6.
I just love that there's someone that exists that can out-awkward Topo. Hoo!
My God.
There we go.
Good lord.
Let's get it.
So that's 5 supply for 1 materiel. Not a bad trade.
Yeah.
My suggestion here would be to drop 3 materiel and 2 personnel to do the split, so you're at 4 of each.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Good God.
I built you 2 new personnel out of this bad robot.
I hated this bad robot so much. Thank you.
All those thumbs do the good.
That is what they do.
Is this the end? The possum has been taken apart. You're flush with cash.
Yeah.
If we do have the extra supplies, I might as well convalesce and have Laren get rid of his harms.
Yeah.
Good call.
That would probably be a good idea.
Get you an extra thumb while you're at it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Topo, you also are full up on level 1. Oh, wait, no. We're doing... Wait, hold on. Are you?
I'm full up on level 1 harms, yeah.
Do you want to deal with that?
Yeah, sure, might as well.
Yeah, I think we should probably deal with that.
I
Yeah.
think you should probably deal with that.
It's going to happen sooner or later.
Doesn't level 1 harm just auto if you do it? Or am I
I think it
thinking this?
does.
The patient removes any level 1 harm. Yeah.
Yep.
So both of you just give me a 2d6, because the healing clock will still be a healing clock.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's just 1 in Topo's healing clock, but that's not nothing.
Looks like 3 for me.
This was assumably Split Second again doing the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Topo, when they go to heal you, they're like, for the very first time, they've been very brusque and very just like constantly moving forward this whole time. And the first time they like stop, they've got like a stethoscope up to your chest or something. And they're like,
Topo, have you been doing any body modifications? You can tell me honestly.
I haven't.
This is doubtful.
I mean, not that I know of. Look, I've had a rough past, and it is possible that someone may have tried to do body modifications on me without my knowledge, or with my knowledge, but there was nothing I could do about it at the time.
I understand the situation.
If there is something, it's not something I did.
I can heal you, but this is outside my area of expertise.
What is this?
I would recommend finding a geneticist.
Okay. Anything I should be concerned about?
No, you are activating at a very high efficiency rate.
All right. Thanks for the heads up. I really appreciate it.
Of course. We went to several house parties together. We are now friends.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Aww.
we're at 2 personnel, 4 materiel. Are we good?
I realized that I did the thing that I was saying, which is taking 1 stress and clearing level 1 harm, and by just ignoring it, but I didn't roll the 0 dice or take the personnel.
Oh, okay. Well, you should do that.
Yeah.
You also wouldn't need to take the stress if you took the personnel.
Right.
I mean, if you want, for character reasons, if you want to do it, I like that.
Well, I would, because I think I'm taking the personnel to do the... Oh, I guess I wouldn't take the stress, you're right.
Yes, right.
But
That's
I do like the character reason.
Here's what you know. Here's what I'm going to do. You keep that stress, and I'll let you keep the personnel.
Okay, yeah,
That's my special deal on for only for now for Azara's.
Yeah, that's great. Again, this is Azara just like scowling,
right? Getting in fights with Dorian on rooftops.
Yeah,
Was that a fight?
It was a verbal fight.
Sure.
Argument. Nobody threw a punch, unfortunately.
It feels more like they exchanged words on Dorian's way to a tree.
It really felt like Dorian went up to the roof to jump into a tree, and along the way, lectured
Dorian
me about
just
being
missed
part of a team.
Any last call for Materiel to personnel. Okay. In that case, I think we are good on actions. Red, what's up with you?
It's maybe a couple of days later, but the elevator dings and Red walks out into the headquarters. He has a pair of aviators and a motorcycle helmet under his arm now. He didn't have that before, but he does now. He looks around for Laren. But I'm happy for him to bump into any other members of the squad before meeting the captain, if anyone wanted to do that.
I think we're good.
Sure. Laren, where do I find you?
Is everybody sure that they don't want to bump into Red?
Yeah, all good.
I could ask Red a question about rivals, but I also know we're kind of running on time, and this could be something I ask later on down the road.
I feel like if you want to do something with Red, you should do it now, because there's no guarantee we ever can get Brendan back.
Okay.
It's true. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm passing through the hallway, and I pass Azara. And you realize who it is that I am.
Red. Mr. Philodendron? Red?
I don't think
can I ask you a quick...
We're acquainted.
Hi, I'm Azara. I'm with Pizza. I'm the...
Looks around as if lost. Now what is Pizza?
Come on. No.
This,
we gonna do this. We're gonna do this dance. I know. I'm pretty sure I know who you are.
You're Ghost, right?
Yeah.
What can I do for you, Ghost?
Look, this is kind of a shot in the dark, but Dorian made me watch the OP and the show, and I had to read. He made me read something. Anyway, I know that I know what at least I know what people say about your relationship to Tempestia.
And what is that?
Arch enemies, rivals for life, a demon in your dreams.
They seem to have gotten that part correct. What about it?
How do you work on a team with that?
Huh.
How do you make it not consume you?
I think he takes off the aviators, leans up against a desk or a table or something like that, and says, "There was one time when I had her, I was in a situation where I thought I could just pull the trigger and all be over. And later I said, oh, she had some trick. She had some diversion, some technology I wasn't aware of. Something upset the balance, upset the vertigo of the situation. She got away. But the truth is, sometimes if you hate someone so much, you can't bear to think of what's on the other side of not being able to hate them anymore. You find a way to deal with something like that and not be consumed about it, you give me a call." And he puts his aviators in your front pocket. Keeps looking for Laren.
Yeah, Captain's down the hall. I don't know what you're doing with him, and frankly, it's none of chain of command and all that. But he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's not consumed by this kind of thing. He's fighting for he's trying to do something bigger than just this petty stuff. So
I think at that, Red stops and he turns around and he says, "And do you think that's enough to stop her?"
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I have the capability of not focusing too much, but maybe he does, and he can finish it, or we can finish it.
Is that what you want?
I'm not sure if I have too much. I don't know what I want, to be honest, Red. But I think him and Dorian and Topo and now Split, I think they have a better chance of finishing it than I do.
I'll tell you this. If you don't know what you want now, I'd figure it out in a hurry. Clock's ticking, and the war goes on. Heads down to find Laren.
Is Laren just in his office,
Hell's
Alex?
bells. Is that Split second?
Oh,
I see it as you, Red Philodendron.
How the hell are you? What are you doing here?
I believe you still owe me 5 units.
It's true, I do.
I am well, though, thank you.
You will very likely never see those 5 units.
I know this to be true. This is called repartee.
Yeah, I'm familiar. They got, gestures that the Sudi's wearing. You see what they've got me doing. I have to engage with a lot of repartee these days.
You are a legislator.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fascinating that they have you doing that job.
Yeah, it's as if they want to keep me from... Anyway. Do you want to switch? Do you want to trade? Do you want to... Yeah, I could take your...
Oh my god.
You could take this lizard suit. I could take your doctor gown.
I do not think that they would allow someone with association with Jacob Junkers Limited into the legislator of the DFS, but I appreciate the offer, Red, but I would also hate that. Thank you, bye.
Goodbye, Split. I'll pay you back someday.
No, you aren't.
Goes and finds Laren. Captain, knock knock.
yeah, I think he does find Laren in his office. At this point, the personnel has been going up and down so much. I think Laren is in the middle of working with Mem to try and, get some kind of grasp on, who do we have at the moment? Who's busy? Who is available? And working on personnel shifts and stuff like that.
Don't mean to take up too much of your time, Captain, but I'm about to head out.
Red. Well, this is a surprise. Go ahead, sit down.
I'm not going to get used to people being so familiar with me, but I suppose that comes with the territory.
Well, you said to stop calling you sir, so what the hell you want to be?
That was off base. We are back here on base, Captain.
Understood.
Despite the aroma of mozzarella.
All right. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, it's more about what I can do for you. I'm headed back, and the next session will be coming up sometime soon, and I wanted to ask, as your esteemed representation, what I can do for you.
Well, I don't think the mission's particularly changed since the last time we sent in a request.
Oh, you'd be quite surprised. The
maybe I'm
Vipers at the sessions seem to have a very curious idea of exactly what it is that we're going to be doing here. I can't guarantee that your missions tomorrow will be the exact same as they were today.
That's something, I don't know, that knowledge that is allowed to trickle down or classified?
Believe you me, if I knew something that I felt like would be worth sharing, I would be more than happy to share it with you. It is you and the fine folks out there that are doing the real work, not these suits.
All right. Well, the real work is bringing down Tempestia. It's what we are all focused on here, sir. We're all ready and willing to do whatever we can to execute that.
Just to take the temperature, if it happened that you wound up with very, very different orders next time, how would that strike you, Captain?
Less than desirable.
Good man. Listen, I know we didn't quite see eye to eye, but I appreciate you and everyone else that's doing things here. And I wanted to make sure that everyone knows that I, and by extension, the rest of the brass appreciate what they're doing. So, got a little something. I know it's kind of trashy given the circumstances, but I figure it's better than nothing. And hands over an envelope. It's like one of those brown envelopes that's sort of sealed up. I won't take up any more of your time, Captain. Thank you so much for the hospitable reception.
Of course, sir. We're happy to have you here any time you want to come down. I understand your work probably is going to keep you away from now on. But I'm sure someone with as much experience from you is a lot we could be learning.
I'll take you up on that every opportunity that I have. Best of luck. Stay alive out there.
We'll do our best.
Heads out.
I am taking a rival move.
Ooh.
I'm not saying what it is.
Oh, no.
Except to say, Red, there's a scar that you feel twinge as you get back on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
An old scar.
Yep.
Good
Rubs
game.
his chest a little. Does Laren open the envelope?
After Red has departed, yes.
Inside the envelope are 4 drink tickets to the highball action. Excuse me, there's 8. There's 8 drink tickets to the highball action. And there is also an unlabeled floppy disk.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't think it's something we get into this session.
No, I don't think so.
But, yeah.
I don't think it's something you could get into automatically either. I think you might need a long-term project to get into that disk.
Ooh. Okay.
Or to use what's on it. Or both. You might want to talk to a geneticist.
It all comes back around.
Hey, Split. What do you know about genetics?
Not in my area. Ask me a different question, thanks.
Thanks for listening to CalazCon. This episode was edited and sound balanced by Christine Blight. You can reach her for voice acting at cvblight@gmail.com. The show's music is by Devin Nelson. You can find them on all social media at Devin Decibel. If you'd like to support CalazCon, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/CalazCon. Please tell your friends about the show too. Remember, all glory to Calazar.